I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. My neck. Okay, so it's like the money that you spent with these karmics was them being able to stop you. Like, what? Anything that you traded with these karmics? So their true selves are coming out. Just because the masculine does not see you doing, like if y'all had an argument about you eating out too much and the masculine doesn't know that, like every time you go on break, you're ordering food. Because when you get home, he doesn't see you with the restaurant bag. It doesn't mean that you're not out there doing it. But now you're not going to be able to get away from this masculine. So your true self is going to have to come out, and eventually he will see, like, so this is what you've been doing all along. And this is why you be so snappy and this and the third, because he's not seeing it. But because Divine Feminine remained, you know, wasn't trying to cause people problems, you know. Because your healing is causing these people to deal with karma. But under the understanding that Divine Feminine stole something from the karmic and the karmic wanted it back, and you better be lucky she's a changed person, because the old her would have this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 or something. I don't know. So these karmics are not trying to communicate with you to say sorry. They're trying to figure out how they could get back in your energy, because I noticed that this karmic masculine, I've been seeing him in my dreams a lot lately, that when I was dealing with him, he was able to this and the third, because, you know, he was able to keep me stuck to where they could take advantage or something. I don't know. But they're trying to bring him back into connection with Divine Feminine, because they're realizing that by the karmic feminine mimicking the tactics that your mom used to trauma bond you so that she could get away with it, this and the third. But that's not the reason why your mom was able to get away with it. It's because you understood her childhood, and because that's your mom and you love her and you understand what she went through and this and the third. So you were trying to make a way for your mom, and all of the positivity that you gave, she then tricked you out of your destiny and made it seem like, blah, blah, blah. Or she made up a situation that would make you feel bad and be like, here, you can have this. I don't deserve because I shouldn't have said that about my mama, or I should have responded like that to my mom. So here, she could have it. Like, what? So everything that your mom did to you that brainwashed you from realizing when you were being attacked, you have overcome and you've healed from, because you had to go through it to experience it, to know, that when you do this, it's called this, but people couldn't give you the answer. You had to figure it out for yourself. I heard take your time. They said that even though you know what's going to happen to us, you're going to walk away from us, you're not going to give us a chance to make it right. Divine Feminine gave you too many chances to make it right. Or before you did your attacks, you should have understood what it was instead of assuming, thinking that you knew everything because you was getting attention from a group of people that knew nothing about the situation and what happened and what was going on. And because at the time your mental stability was at its lowest, you didn't care about this and the third, which you still don't. You're just trying to use that as an excuse to let somebody let their guard down or to feel bad for you when you knew what you were doing the whole time. But the reason why you're not worried about it is because your kids are involved and your kids are very important to you. And if anything ever happened to your kids, they thought that you were going to be in another traumatical situation. But it's like, you've been through so much that is normal to you, it's natural to you, it doesn't faze you, and you're able to heal from it and move on, which they didn't understand. So they had to continuously do things back to back to back to back every day. One person would do it. Like, you getting 5 attacks a day from 5 different people, just so that when this attack happened, the next attack could happen, so that you will never be able to heal from it. But you were never scarred in the first place to have to heal, because that never fazed you, because you were warned and this and the third. But when life did catch up to you, that's when they did the most, because you didn't have the energy or strength to fight back. But when you did finally, play dead and they left you alone, you just laid there healing, going through everything that happened, putting things into perspective so that you could let it go and move forward. And then once you got up and you saw those people and they realized what they did wrong because they got karma handed to them, they were trying to, but then they got swept into it again because it was just so easy. And it's like, or this, that, and the third, or maybe they thought they was going to get something out of it. And when they didn't, they went back to their original self, which was when Divine Feminine decided to cut them off completely, because I don't have to deal with you just because I have something that you like and you feel me? Like, what? So when you get back up and you see those people again and they get mad that you're not speaking to them, it's like, nigga, you just, did the most and almost made me give up. And you want me to say hey to you? Like, what? Like, nothing happened? So if I do it to you, it'll be cool. Right. Nah, you will want your get back. You'll do the most, this and the third. But because Divine Feminine is not aggressive or like, because what's the reason? What's the point? What's the purpose? You're mad at Divine Feminine because she moves differently or this and the third. And it's like, no, you only able to say that you could move like that because you haven't been in the area long and blah, blah, blah. Years later, still not in the same boat as you. Like, and now it's a flex. Now it's a comparison. Now it's a judgment because y'all did the most to Divine Feminine and she didn't deserve it. One whole time, y'all could have just kept a cool booty or asked questions like, what you doing over here? This and the third. Or when a motherfucker told y'all what happened, I'm sorry, I gotta stop cursing. I forgot. Please forgive me. And then when we start striking y'all for cursing, reunited because truths are exposed. So it's like that's where the conflict comes. They want to give up, but they know that when they do, all the stuff that's gonna happen. But if you would have gave up the first go round when you realized what was going on before you got pregnant, confirmation. Thanks. And that's where the confusion with this karmic masculine comes in. Because when you are trauma bonded or traumatized or triggered and you fall into this situation where it's like you're just doing things and, you just blah, blah, blah until you look up and realize like, dang, where did this girl go? And the truth started coming out. So maybe it's a lesson for this masculine as well.